Down here in one of the cornfields, this is the field that I was planting corn into in the upload back on, I think it was June 2nd. Notice in this corner here I had some of this stuff, the Jimson weed. So I stopped in here and trying to yank it all out so it doesn't go to seed. I don't know if I got all of it here. I'm looking for the blossoms. And oh, here's another one. Yank this stuff out. This stuff is periodically a problem. Just down here on this field, there's a housing development right over the other end of the field there, and I get strange weeds in this field sometimes. I know we have a wild bird buff down here that has all kinds of bird feeders out. If they're feeding organic bird seed, I wonder if that's bringing in some of these weed seeds, because it's this Jimson weed's just down here. So I pulled this out here because I noticed it was got blossoms on it. I want to start going to seed. But that's really not what this video is about. The video is about this corn. Now, can you tell about this corn by looking at it and the way it's growing if this is GMO? Because I'm going to go in here in this row. Oops, I missed one here. Pull that thing out. Okay. This camera is at the top of my head, and I'm 6 feet tall. So, that's how far up these stalks are. These things are a good 11, 12 feet tall, maybe more in spots. The reason I bring this up is I was looking at a YouTube channel. There was a guy that was, just for fun, growing corn and other things in his large backyard to feed his chickens. He had a backyard flock of chickens. So he had corn in there. And it was really tall corn. He was growing it on very well composted ground. And, I mean, it was huge corn. And somebody jumped on him on his channel, and I'm going to look it up, see if I can find it. It was quite a while ago that I watched it, and I can't remember the guy's channel name now. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll put it in the description if I do find it. People were jumping on him about him planting GMO corn. Well, how could they know it was GMO corn? And they're like, no corn naturally grows to be 16 feet tall. That's impossible. It has to be genetically modified. You're a Monsanto shill. Well, I know what this guy was planting. He was planting a variety of corn called Goliath. Goliath is an open pollinated silage corn. It's big. You can buy the seed still to this day from R.H. Shumway. There's no genetic modification in it. Okay. You can't tell just by looking at these plants. Now, what this corn is, this is not Goliath. What this is, and I know when I was planting it, I showed what the seed looked like. And I was going to hold off on telling everybody what this was until the ears came in, but I'm going to tell you what it is now. This is an open pollinated variety called Bloody Butcher. And I was experimenting with this. There may be a locally developing market for this red corn. The market isn't here quite yet. But I wanted to try my hand at growing a field of it and see if it would actually work no-till, because this field was no-till. This was barley stubble. Mushroom compost was put on here, starter fertilizer, and some ammonium sulfate for side dress when the corn was about a foot tall. And with all the rain we've gotten, you can see this corn is big. I'm just hoping we don't get a wind event, because I know from past experience open pollinated doesn't stand up well with that. But anyway, this red corn is supposed to make slightly more nutritious feed than your standard yellow corn if you grind it. So I have a way to use it if I don't have the specialty market developed, but I didn't want to be on the back of the curve for the specialty market. I wanted to be up in the front, so that's why I took the risk to plant it before there was actual demand. But anyway, I'm sure there's people driving by who are not familiar with corn this tall, because most guys around here now plant shorter corn, and people aren't used to seeing it. Like when I was a kid, tall corn like this was common around here because there were still a lot of guys filling silos for their cows. But there's people here now that never seen it. They don't know what it is. And, oh, another Jimson weed. And, you know, right away they automatically assume that it is genetically engineered to be this big. Now see, this is another open pollinator variety here that I planted, and this field was fertilized with composted horse manure. Horse manure is available in copious quantities around here for free, and I'm allowed to compost on the farm here, according to my nutrient plan, up to 10,000 cubic yards per year. I don't take in that much, but I compost quite a bit, use it on my fields along with the mushroom compost. This is Hickory King. This is a white corn, another experiment. Same thing, can be used for feed if another market doesn't develop. And it's big. And I know people driving by on the county road on the other side here see this corn, and I'm sure they're trying to figure out what it is. But as you can see over here, this is a conventional hybrid over here, except for around the outside I had some, there must have been some open pollinator left stuck in the bottom of the planter box here when I did the headlands, because you can still see some sticking up. But that's just a conventional corn, yellow corn in there. Well, you can see what the deer are doing here. They've been in here busting this up. There's damage up in a couple other fields up here that's worse than this. I've never seen them so bad on this farm. I don't know what to do about it, because the guys that hunt here, they hunt my farm, or I should say my family's farm, and my cousin owns the farm next to us over there. And same gun club hunts both of them, because they butt right up next to each other. And they shot 31 deer out of here last season, and it's like there's no difference. I could go out in the alfalfa field later at night, shine a spotlight out there, probably couldn't find 20 sets of eyes looking back at me. If I don't figure out a way to get rid of the deer population, I would say in a few years I won't be able to grow corn. I can't grow beans as it is right now. It just got too bad to deal with. It took a lot of work just to break even on them, so that's why I don't do beans anymore. So it's not easy, let me tell you. So thanks for watching. And I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers I